everybody. We are here back in Bazou doing something a little different, actually. There was a update for the Hot Hatch, which is a new vehicle added to the game. That is a patchback, essentially. So this is that's my scrap build. Konig, that's not what we're here to talk about. So if you're unfamiliar, it just released a few days ago. The prerequisites for unlocking it are through friendship from, I believe it's pronounced Antoine. Antony, maybe? I don't know. Not Anthony. This guy, Antoine, who is one of the street racers at the night race meet, and I'll show you who that is here in a second. So this is Antoine. This is the guy you need to talk to. I hope that's not copywritten. And once you do so, the garage will open up just down here, I believe. I think it's this guy right here. And there we have the scrap hatch. I've got a couple parts here. I've got a massive pile of parts over there. So we're going to put it together and then probably take it to the track and see what it can do. I realized we didn't really get a good look at it in the moonlight there. So this is how it comes. It's already on jack stands. As you can see, most of the parts are missing. That's what makes it fun. But I did want to also mention you got to be careful because this, as far as I know, I checked the junkyard. I didn't look very hard. There aren't any aftermarket body parts that I could find. It was just the base body parts. And for performance parts, you gotta make sure that it shows the Prins. You see how it says Konig, and it also works for the Prins or Universal. If you get stuff just for the Konig, it's not going to work on this car. This doesn't have a. This is a front-wheel drive, so we don't have a rear diff. So the manual transmission from a Konig, for example, won't work. So just let you know about that. But I'm gonna make this pile of parts car, and we'll get back to you. All right, so this is where we're at now. So I realized I didn't really show the garage first either. I'm pretty bad at this. So this is practically what it looks like. This corner here is practically what it looks like when you get the shop. It has a OEM engine, some of the lights, wheel, stock ECU, and the stock rims. I wasn't crazy about the stock rims, so I just went ahead and did some replacements, but that's what it looks like before. Another really neat detail is that the color used is actually already here in the can, and that's the paint code. So if you didn't know, you can run to Rogers and to. There's also a paint station at Colley's gas station. And you can go over here to the mixing bench and type in that code, and it gives you that exact color. So that's how I color matched practically everything. I thought about making a different color, but I kind of like that color. So just to mention that if you weren't aware. I did go ahead and put all the beefiest stuff that I could in it. We got the transmission with the LSD, turbo intake, obviously. There's no light choices right now. I assume they'll probably add that later. Wasn't crazy. I've already used the muffler styles I like the most, so I just did that one. I slammed it about as low as I think it could be and still functional. So I lowered it some. I gave it just a skosh of negative camber on the front and rear there. So we're practically ready for first start here. Let me show you what it looks like with all the stuff closed. Yeah, I'm not super crazy about this light of a blue, but I don't know. It's kind of growing on me. The fact that you can paint match it though is what I really like. So that's what it sounds like. So I'm gonna get the tune dialed in where I liked it, boost and whatnot, and then we're probably gonna go see what it can do on the track. So I will see you guys there. All right, so I got the boost turned all the way up. This thing handles pretty well, to be honest. I don't have traction control or anything like that on, and I just armed full nitrous, so we'll see what this thing can do. If I can do it right. Do that. Understeer. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it being front wheel drive, obviously, it's got got some oversteer places. So that was I goofed that up. We'll probably try again here in a second. Do it a little better time, and I'll show you guys the best I can do. All right, I found the test I meant to do, which was the drag. Alright, 8.5. It's not bad. I was under full nitrous load. If you heard it backfiring, I might have given a little too much nitrous. I'm gonna go do some preliminary. I'm gonna go do a couple tests with the Konig so you guys can see the comparison. So I tested track times with the Konig versus the Prinz here. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised. So disclaimer: I gave myself a practice lap, and then I did 3 separate tries of each of these. Um, and as you can see, the Prince won by almost a full second in the drag, mainly because the Koenig being rear-wheel drive, it's got so much torque that the back end kicks out, and that could also be my tune. Uh, I'm not a professional with that or anything like that, but as far as parts go, they all have the same parts. I mean, that they can have. They both have the best performance engines, performance transmissions, LSDs, sport brakes, all the stuff. Everything that can be the same as far as parts go are the same. Um, and then on the track in the oval, I was able to beat the Prinz just because of the oversteer. Being front wheel drive, and that could also again be my setup. I may have the suspension tuned wrong to handle corners. Um, but this was really just to demonstrate that the Prinz is not a slouch. So yeah, the Prince turned out to be a pretty decent drag king, at least for now, until I can see if I can get the Koenig a little bit more sorted out here. Um, that's my test of it. Let me know what y'all think if you like the update, and have a good one.